you hit me up this past week, and you and I had just like one of our personal one-on-one talks, like we always do, man. You know what I mean? You guys don't know we always talk off camera, or whatever. You know what I mean? And you brought up a good point about friends supporting friends.
Yeah, man. I mean, like, this is what I don't understand about people, Mike. Like, how can you have people as an individual? How can you have people that's close to you? They have their own business, and you don't support them. Like, you'll buy everything else but what they're selling. Like, that don't make sense to me, Mike. Like, that's dumb. Let me tell you why that's ridiculous. Okay, you're an entrepreneur. You got your own store. You sell clothes. Well, hell, I wear clothes. You see how that works? Now, okay, Nike, Adidas, these are already established clothes, and whatever clothing companies, J.C. Penney's. But because you're my friend, number one, I'd rather support you because you're my friend. Two, I know that, if you got it, say you're a multi-millionaire, you done blew up, multi-millionaire. I know
Coming
that.
soon.
Oh yeah, for sure, coming soon.
Yeah.
I know that if I'm ever down and out, or if I have a business with a great business plan, and I present that to you, I have working capital because I know the guy and this is my friend and I support him.
Yeah, of course.
If I got on a J.C. Penney shirt. If I'm broke right now, J.C. Penney's ain't gonna loan me nothing.
Of course.
So I have to make sure that I support my friend or the people around me. I must support them. Watch this. Now you're a fashion forward guy, Mike. Our styles are totally different.
Yeah.
I'm not as fashion forward. My style is pretty basic. Some of the things that you sell, I don't wear. It's no secret. We've had these conversations.
Of course.
But you know what? I know that's no excuse for me not to support them. I'm like, man, you know what? I might not wear this, but I could buy this for somebody else who wears this. I'm going to still spend money with my guy because this is my guy.
That's real.
You see what I'm saying? And I just don't get, like how do you, give me your perspective, bro.
Man, see, Rob, and once again, man, I always say, like, these is one of those very, very sensitive, touchy conversations that you and I have. But you know what it comes down to at the end of the day? It comes down to that's one of the wonder whys of the world. Like, you know what I mean? How people say this is, how you think of like why, one of those why questions. This is one of the whys of the world. And the question is, why don't we support each other, to the ones we're closest to? And the only thing I can really think of is that at the end of the day is you really don't want to see the person so-called that you say is your friend really win, or B, it really comes down to you not really having a subconscious mind to support them. You know what I mean? Like if you go somewhere else and go do something else, like you mentioned, if somebody else want to go shop somewhere else instead of coming here to shop first, at the end of the day, that really might not be in their subconscious mind, or they really don't remember, or at the end of the day, they really don't think it's that important to support you. And let me be honest, like I'll tell you this, I don't expect anybody to support me who's as close to me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the reason why I say that is because I don't expect just because you're my so-called friend for you to support me, even though that should be the case. But I understand, like, I don't expect you to come here and spend all your money and not shop nowhere else. I'd be foolish to say that. Like, you can go wherever you want to go shop. But at the end of the day, it's just like, man, you see what I'm doing over here. The same places you shop at, the same clothes you buy, I sell too. You know what I mean? So it's honestly, I always have to say, like, man, it's either A, you really don't want to support because you don't want to really feel like your other friend is winning and you not, or B, you know what I mean, it doesn't come to you naturally to support. But at the same time, I 100% agree with you, man.
Man,
people don't, go ahead.
No, get that off.
I was going to say, I 100% agree with you when I would say, like, people don't understand how important it is to support the ones that's closer to you. If the ones that's closer to you is winning, and that person comes up, that person is like a ladder. They pull you up with them. You know what I mean? So whatever opportunity you want to do, that person is there where they have to support you back. You know what I mean? That's why it's so important to support the people that's the closest to you instead of supporting the people that's outside of a circumference from you.
And the crazy thing about that, people know what you're doing because when you have a business or when you have something that you're doing, that's like your baby. So everybody who sees you, they know what you're doing because that business or whatever that is, that becomes a part of you.
Yeah.
Well, people will go out of their way to act like they miss that you're doing something.
Yeah.
And I think that's super whack. Like I mean, I just be sitting back like I know you see what I'm doing.
Yeah.
You know, and that's whack, man. And
Yeah.
I think people are conscious of it, Mike. They just make a conscious effort like, I'm not going to support him. You know what? It's not, right now it's not sexy to support him because he's coming up. When he gets more established and his name's more out there, then I'm going to support him.
Yeah.
Man, no.
Yeah. And,
no.
You know, this is honestly an honest statement. I tell a lot of people this. I say, yo, if you want to know who your true friends are, start a business or come up with an idea, present it to them, and see if they support you.
Of course.
If they don't support you, then you really know who your true friends are. So, you know what I mean? Think about that. Start a business, see if someone of your closest friends see you support you. And that's really what you know who your real support is. And people are going to say, oh, just because you have a business and I don't support you doesn't mean I don't support you morally. Yo, at the end of the day, moral support is different from your actual physical support and you actually being there. I can support anybody morally. Fuck, I can support my worst enemy morally, but am I going to be there if my worst enemy need me for something? No, it is two different things, guys. I want you to clearly think about what I just said. You know what I mean? It's the difference between moral support and actual physical support of you actually being there and you actually doing your part. You know what I mean? And that's just as real as it comes.
True story, man. I'm going to give you an example. Back when we were selling our shirts, man, we had shirts. They were V-neck shirts. I would go to people, you know, and I'm just different. Like, and my problem is I expect people to think like me.
Yeah.
If my people doing something, I'm going to support them. That's just how I move. It's automatic. I'm supposed to. If I got it, I'm going to support you. I get it. Okay, sometimes people don't have it to support. But if I got it, I'm going to support. Yeah. Now, this is the thing. We were selling these V-neck shirts back in the day.
Yeah.
And I would go to cats. I know, hey, baby, I got these shirts, man, buy them. And they make an excuse. I don't wear V-neck shirts. Okay, cool. You don't say you don't want it. Like, you don't want to support me. Like, okay, you don't wear V-neck shirts, but maybe you could you could support me and take this shirt and give it to somebody. You know? So just be honest with yourself, man. Just say you don't want to support, man, and it's okay. At least we know where you stand. You know?
Man, because at the end of the day, I always look at it like this, man. You're going to support me in some way, somehow. You're either going to support me right now before the come up comes, or this is just people in general. I don't want to just necessarily pinpoint me because this is not about me. You know what I mean? You're either going to support somebody or, fuck it, I just use me, fuck it. You're either going to support me some way, somehow, You're either going to support me now on the come up, or to your point, you can support me when I'm so hot because everybody else supporting me. It'll be foolish for you not to support me because that's where the wave is. That's where the hotness is. You know what I mean? Or you're going to support me when I'm successful and, you know what I mean, I'm in the club popping bottles, or, I'm taking my homeboys on vacation, you know what I mean, I'm taking my family somewhere. You know what I mean? You're going to want to be around that type of support. You know what I mean? But see, that's the fake love. You know what I mean? And that's the type of shit where I always tell people you keep your circle small and your circumference even smaller because you don't want that shit around you once you hit the top and then people start supporting.
Of course not. I look at it like you say the club, Mike. I'm looking at it like if we in the club and you didn't support me from the jump and you want to, and we about to have a photo, take a picture and you want to jump in the picture. Nah, bro. Why is you here? Like, get out of my picture.
Because
I don't want you in my
nobody
picture.
wants to support the grind and the struggle. They only want to support the success. Because when they support the success, they can always come back and try to say, oh, man, I was there from the beginning. Yo, you was there from the beginning to witness it all, but you wasn't there from the beginning to be a part of it all. Yeah. Once again, that's the total difference of everything, of moral support and actual physical support. You know what I mean?
And that's dope. And I tell you what, if you want to support me when I'm hot, okay, that's cool. Support me, but support me from over there. I don't want you here, Mike. I'm gonna take it one further, man. I got scholarship fund, man. The goal was for me to raise $10,000.
Yeah.
So I could give somebody a full scholarship or half a full scholarship or whatever.
That's real,
man. And I started a GoFundMe account, bro. And the goal was $10,000, bro. Collectively, through that GoFundMe account, I raised $150, bro. I can laugh at it. It's so weak. Like, it was so weak, I was embarrassed. But that just made me, like, really look at the thing. Like, okay, all right. The people who really want to support me, they supported me with it.
Yeah.
You know,
and
the
that's
job
what I told
still
you
gonna
have
get
to look
done.
at it. You know what I mean? That's what I told you have to look at it. And it goes back to what I said. Yo, if you have an idea or you want to start a business and you bring it to your friends without you asking them to support, but you just bring it to them and if they can just subconsciously support because they automatically think like, yo, okay, man, just because you want me to do it, those are your true friends. You know what I mean? But the ones that sit back and just look and listen to you and then don't do nothing about it, then you really see where your most supporting and your really good friends come from at the end of the day. I just, honestly, Sierra, I guess we're just kind of built different in those kind of ways. You know what I mean? None of my homeboys, and me and this guy have been best friends since we've been in the 5th grade. When I first moved to Houston, this been my best friend since we've been in the 5th grade. And this guy knows me like anybody else. There's not been one idea that any one of my so-called best friends, any guys I consider brothers, come to me about anything, and I'm not either there to help them do it, support them, whether I put something towards it, or to either back them up and help them get information. That's just the way I'm built, and that's just the way that I think that we come together and we win at the end of the day. Because let me keep it real. You want to go outside of our culture? Can we go there real quick?
Yeah, that's what's up.
Let's go outside of our culture, guys, and I really want you guys to look at the facts on this. Let's look at the Asian community, right? I actually visited China before. You know what I mean? I actually been to Guangzhou, China. You know what I mean? The Asian community is built like this. There's one house. In that house, there's maybe 40, 50 people living at one house. Guess what? These 40, 50 people all individually run different businesses. And they're family, friends, supporters.
Wow.
If you look in our Chinatown, every country or every city probably got a Chinatown, right?
Yeah,
Well, not country, but every city probably got a Chinatown. Why do you think that Chinatown is only full of Asians? Nothing outside of that. There's no black people live in Chinatown. There's no Hispanic people live in Chinatown. It's only Chinese people. People may look at that and be like, oh man, Chinatown, you know what I mean? It is this and that. But at the end of the day, Chinatown is supportive of one another. Let's look at another culture. Let's look at the Indian culture or the Jewish culture. Let me go to the Jewish culture. That's even better. Jewish culture. They stick together when it comes to religion. They stick together when it comes to church. You know why Jews are so rich? Because you know what they do? They take money from the other rich Jew people, investing into the poor Jew people, get them rich. The poor people get them rich, get more and more people rich. That's why when you look at Jewish community centers, the Jewish culture, they're very, very close. You know what I mean? They support one another. I even go as far as the white people. You know what I mean? And I have rich white millionaire friends that I know. Now,